Good morning, first grade. It's time for Number Corner. So let's take a look at our calendar. We are in the month of January. Remember, January is the first month of our brand new year, 2021. Yesterday we were at home for our virtual learning day on Wednesday. So we will do Number Corner for yesterday, Wednesday, and today, Thursday. So let's take care of Wednesday first. Yesterday was Wednesday, January 13th, 2021. Let's take a look at this calendar card. Today they gave us an equation. The equation is blank minus 4 equals 13. So something take away 4 equals 13. All right, so let's write that equation down. 1-13, and it was something, and then when you take away 4, you have 13 left. Well, that tells me that this is my missing total, because if I'm starting with something, but then I take 4 away, and I only have 13 left, my total is always going to be the biggest number. Okay, it's not necessarily what's at the end of the equal sign. So let's set up our number tree to help us. So my total is going at the top, and that's what I don't know how many I started with. But I know I took 4 away, and then there were 13 left. Okay, so we could write a story problem. I had some. Remember, we often use that word some when we don't know the partner or the total. I had some marbles. I gave 4 to my brother. Now I have 13. So then the question is, how many marbles did I have to begin with? Okay, so we write that as a question. How many marbles did I have to start? And then we put a question mark at the end of that question. Okay, so think about how you could solve that problem. What could you do? Well, you could start by adding your partners together in your number tree. Remember, partner plus a partner equals a total. So we could add 13 plus 4 more and get our total. Let's try that. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 would be my total at the top. Some of you might see that 4 plus 3 equals 7, and then you still have a group of 10 to make 17. Okay, that's one way that you could come up with finding the total number that you started with. So my answer would be 17 marbles. All right, so let's take a look at today's card for Thursday, January 14th, 2021. Again, we're starting with something we don't know. This time, excuse me, it's a missing partner because I see an addition sign. Something plus 7 equals 14. So let's get that written down. So on January 14th, the equation is something plus 7 equals 14. I bet some of you are thinking that you already know the answer to this because you know your doubles. But let's make a number tree to help us set it up. Okay, sum plus 7 equals 14. 14 is my total. That's the final amount that I have. That has to go at the top. So something plus 7 equals 14. And if you know your doubles, you know that this is 7. 7 plus 7 equals 14. Maybe you needed to count on, and that's okay too. So you kind of grab the number that you know and then count on, and then you stop counting when you say the total. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, 7 more. So if we were to write a story problem to go with this type of equation, we could say, I have some cars. My sister gives me 7, right? Because we knew we had 7, some 7. I have 7 cars. My sister gives me 7. Now I have 14. Okay, so then the question is, how many did I have to start? And we put a question mark at the end of that sentence. And then we solved, so we put our number under the solution. We solved and found 7. And does that make sense? I had 7 cars to start with. My sister gave me 7 more. Now I have 14. All right. All right, so let's add, oops, that was my purple marker. Let's color in another day of school, one for yesterday. So yesterday was the 80th day of school. Okay, and you can see that we made a whole new group of 10, a whole new 10 stick. So now we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Yesterday was 80 days of school, 8 groups of 10. So today we are adding for another day in school. So now we can see that we have 81. We have 8 groups of 10 and 1 more. So 81 is 8 tens and 1 1. 80 plus 1. Today is January 14th, 2021. 1-14-21. So let's spin our spinner to collect our dimes and pennies for week 2. So let's spin for yesterday. And yesterday landed on 2 dimes. So I will take 2 dimes and drop them into week 2. 10, 20. Now I will mark it down on my graph under by the dimes in the dimes row here. So 2 dimes, 10, 20. Okay. Now let's spin for today. Today is 2 pennies and 1 dime. So 10, 11, 12 cents. So I have 1 penny, another penny, and a dime. So now we'll chart that. 1 dime and 2 pennies. So now let's count to see how much money we have for week 2 so far. Week 2 is in red. Let's count our dimes first. 10, 20, 30, 40. Now let's count on with our pennies. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45 cents. So far in week 2, we have 45 cents. All right. So yesterday would have been a new decade day. And so our Tad would jump from 70 all the way to 80. And then Tad will stay on 80 until our next decade number. So, but today is 81 days that we have been in school.